Good morning to each and everyone. Before I start, let me introduce myself first. By the way, I am Ruby Rose Rumor, and for today's video, I am about to discuss the Community of Inquiry model. Let's start.
You are about to begin an online course. What do you imagine it will be like? When many people picture online learning, they imagine themselves working alone on their computers and cell phones as well, individually working to master the course content. Is that really what online learning is all about? In this video, you will learn about a model of online learning called the Community of Inquiry, and what this model means for you to learn as a student. Community of Inquiry model. The Community of Inquiry model was developed in the early 2000s by three researchers, Garrison, Anderson, and Archer. According to this model, genuine learning can only be achieved if there are sufficient levels of presences. The authors cited three presences, namely cognitive presence, social presence, and teaching presence that I will be discussed later. Simply defined, the Community of Inquiry model is a group of individuals who collaboratively engage in purposely critical discourse and reflection to construct personal meaning and confirm mutual understanding. It is an education community of inquiry.
Meaning, it focuses on how people learn together online in an interactive way by sharing and developing knowledge together. The model has three parts, namely social presence, cognitive presence, and teaching presence.
Discussing the Community of Inquiry model framework. The first element is the social presence. The second element is the cognitive presence. The third or the final element is the teaching presence. Combining these elements creates the selecting of the climate of the community, selecting the content, and supporting the discourse of the learners together the social presence, cognitive presence, and teaching presence make up the educational experience. First, teaching presence. Based on Anderson, Ruckey, Garrison, and Archer 2001, teaching presence is the design, facilitation, and direction of cognitive and social processes for the purpose of realizing personally meaningful and educationally worthwhile learning outcomes.
Meaning, teaching presence relates to your instructor's role in the course. This is what your instructor does when they are going to plan what you will learn, provide resources, and guide your learning through the activities and assignments that you do throughout the course. The other two parts of the model are cognitive presence and social presence that connects to your work as a student in the course. Your first role as a student is to develop your cognitive presence in the course.
Cognitive presence. Based on Garrison, Anderson, and Archer 2001, cognitive presence is the extent to which learners are able to construct and confirm meaning through sustained reflection and discourse.
Meaning, this involves actively engaging with the learning materials and activities that your instructor provides, thinking critically about concepts and making connections between ideas. You will do some of this individually, and you will do this with your classmates in activities like forum posts, group work, and team projects. When you learn with others, your cognitive presence includes sharing your ideas and knowledge with others and helping your classmates to explore their thinking by asking thoughtful questions.
Your second role as a student is to be socially present in the course. Social presence. According to Garrison 2009, social presence is the ability of participants to identify with the community, example, course of study, communicate purposefully in a trusting environment, and develop interpersonal relationships by way of protecting their individuals' personalities. It relates to the establishment of a supportive environment where students can be themselves and can openly express and share their disagreements and viewpoints.
Meaning, being socially present means that you work with your classmates to create a community environment, communicate in a way that builds trust with others, and work to build relationships with others in the course. Ways to show social presence in course include introducing yourself to others online, being sure that your communication has a supportive and open tone, and paying attention to interpersonal relationships, not just the tasks in a group projects. Remember, even though we may not be in a physical classroom, we are not learning alone. Our best online learning will often happen together with our classmates. Consider how we want to learn from others and how we want to contribute to your learning community by adding our cognitive and social presence to the class experience.